Sitting here with the legendary Max Roach as he talks about music and technology and, you know, our plans for the future.
Well, there's always a problem of access to technology in Black and Latino communities. And organizations such as Basement Recordings provide access to the technology that we need and the training that we need to apprise our community of how to use this technology. And I think that is extremely important. For example, there's a young artist that Basement is producing, that's Garvin Blake, and it's called Bella Road Blues. It's good to hear other instruments other than the instruments that we usually deal with, you know, in music, piano and guitars, etc. So I'm referring, of course, to the steel drum. I've been familiar with the steel drum because I've toured Europe with Boogsie Sharpe about a year ago, and we recorded that music. And
why did you choose to use the steel drum?
Well, because it's part of the percussion family. I took to Europe a percussion ensemble where we used all percussion instruments, and the steel drum is a percussion instrument. And of course, Boogsie is one of the best. He's a teacher and educator, so forth. And I'm sure Boogsie would be delighted to know that Basement Recordings is involved in that. In fact, I was so taken by Boogsie's work till I went to Trinidad and spent about a month there, one hot summer, about 4 or 5 years ago. And I mean, what they're doing in education of that particular instrument and the way that instrument is used is profound. It's just profound. They get so much out of that instrument. So you know, it's a good road to take. It's a new way and a new instrument, and it has the kind of beauty to that instrument that when a person like Mr. Sharpe or Garvin Blake deals with that instrument, it brings a lot of beauty to the world as far as new instruments are concerned. And it's not a new instrument actually, because it's been around a long time. And the technique to playing it is totally its own. It has its own technique, scales, and everything else.
Do you see something in them that is similar to some of the musicians that you've played with?
Well, that's a human thing, you know. The music is made by human beings. You see, it's not the instrument so much that's important, but if a person like Charlie Parker or Michael Jordan played an instrument with the kind of gifts that they have, it's going to be just unbelievable. It's going to be great. It has to be, because that's the way humans are, you know. But the fact that you are teaching people how to use this technology is going to have all kinds of benefits, of course. For example, in marketing, this whole thing with the internet is being used worldwide, as far as marketing is concerned. I'm constantly reading or meeting people who are marketing their ways worldwide. I mean, their wares worldwide, not just art and music, but food and everything. When you turn the television on, you don't have to leave the house to do any shopping. And it's done, of course, with the internet. In that respect, the artist is doing the same thing. The visual artists, the oral artists, they're going by way of, in fact, I'm working on an internet situation myself, and so...
So you feel that the artist now has more control?
Well, the artist always did control everything. Mm-hmm. I think it's the person who does the work that controls it. Usually, if you sell your soul to the bank, then that's what it is, actually. If somebody might like your ideas and they have money, and you give them the right to exploit it for you. Mm-hmm. Anyway. But an advice that I would give to young people is exactly what Basement is teaching the community out there in Brooklyn, is to find out as much as you can about this new technology, and use it to exploit yourselves and all the people who are working with you, as well as the young folks in that community, and use it to help people like myself who are really trying to do the same thing. I've always wanted to. In fact, the record company that Charles Mingus and I started many years ago still is on the books, still there. And it's a funny thing, the longer that that company has been in business quite some time, and we have recorded some very talented, gifted people in the music world. Some like Charles Parker and Dizzy Gillespie. We had all these folks are still on our label, and it's like gold and oil. It becomes more valuable every day. But the internet, and the new technology will give us an opportunity to market it ourselves. And that's what Basement Recordings is teaching the folks out there in Brooklyn.